What's going on, everybody? It's Nick back with another custom diecast review. Today we got this 2025 Michael McDowell Tide Ride to review. Hope you all are having a great day, and without further ado, let's hop right into it. Alright, so hopping right into the diecast, this is, like I said, Michael McDowell's 2025 Tide paint scheme. He ran the scheme at Phoenix this past year. And it is beautiful. I mean, you could say that probably about any Tide paint scheme, but this one really pops. So let's get right into it. So starting out here on the side, you got Goodyear obviously going across the front tire there. You got the Cup Series logo right there, the 71, obviously the Tide logo, and I love how they incorporated like the rings of the circle kind of wrap up into that yellow on the name rail there, which by the way does have Michael McDowell right there on the name rail. No contingencies or associate sponsors on the B pillar there. I'm not sure if that's just the way I made the diecast or if it really was that way, but then obviously here on the rear quarter you got "It's Gotta Be Tide," kind of their classic saying there. Down here you got a couple other secondary sponsors. I think it's Nation Guard, I think it is, and Delaware Life down there. They get a little bit blurry just with the sometimes the water from the water slide decals gets kind of bunched up here at the bottom, but you know, they're still somewhat legible there. You got another sponsor here on the C pillar here. I think it's called Workforce, I think it is, there on the C pillar. You got the gas inlet there. You got the Go Bowling right here on the back quarter here. It's kind of hard to see with it being a red logo on like an orange background, but maybe it's just the camera and making it hard to see, but you know, it's there. One thing that I really like about this paint scheme is that it's got a lot of blue incorporated into it. You know, the whole, you know, the side here all the way up to the roof, and you know, the you know, here in the front it's got blue incorporated on it. It's a really clean scheme. It's a very complex scheme. You know, you got a lot of you know, you got kind of this gradient of yellow dots on the orange. But then hopping around to the back, you got Chevrolet here on the bottom. You got the, I guess, Camaro rear end there on the back. It's Gotta Be Tide there on the rear end. You got the 71. You got the rear camera there on the back. And then hopping on to the other side, you got Go Bowling. Another thing that I forgot to mention is this kind of like I'm not sure what you call it. I call it like a wave. Some people say it's kind of like a flame. I don't really see flame. I see more of like a you know, wave design here. You can see the blue kind of wraps down around the bottom of the circle of the Tide logo, and then they kind of make it swoop back up here on the back on the back wheel, which is just really cool. Tide, you got the other secondary associate sponsors on the bottom there. Michael McDowell, there on the name rail once again, obviously 71 Cup Series logo, and the Goodyear logo. I think they did a really good job with this scheme, like I said, incorporating the blue and all the other you know, complex details without losing the meat and potatoes of the fact that it is a Tide scheme. You know, they make it hard for you to forget that with that giant Tide logo on the front. On the front here, you got the you know, Camaro front end, the 71. You got Spire, I believe is here, maybe not. Usually Spire logo is right there, but I guess not on this one. Sunoco logos down there on the bottom. And then obviously on the hood you got the gigantic Tide logo, the kind of oversized Tide logo, how it you know, kind of disappears past the hood. On the windshield, obviously Michael McDowell, the Chevrolet logo, and you got all the details, the windshield and the rear glass details there, make it kind of stand out a little bit more. You got the 71 there on a blue background on the roof. Group 1001. They've been a big supporter of, big partner with Spire lately. I've seen a lot of their stuff shows up on the Spire cars. You got Michael McDowell, obviously, once again there on the back glass, and then the Tide logo here on the rear end, on the deck lid. So obviously it is a black based car underneath all this kind of full wrap, so it does have the black spoiler there on the back, as well as this front splitter. And yeah, so that's kind of a full overview of the car. Like I said, this was by far one of my favorite paint schemes of 2025, just because it was had so much pop and it was so recognizable. You know, there's a lot of talk in NASCAR nowadays about recognizable, you know, sponsors, and I think Tide is definitely one of those. It's just a classic, has been around forever, and everybody knows those orange, blue, and yellow colors. So that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Leave a comment, let me know what you guys think of this car, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Check out my eBay page if you guys are interested in buying this, and that'll do it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one.